Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. This is a slightly different type of video for me to do today and I hope the lighting is okay. It's Saturday here and it's a beautiful day. The sun is, I'm sure you can see the reflection of the sun, but I'm sitting in the car waiting for my littlest one to come from finish her ballet lesson, and it's it's part of my Saturday routine. I love waiting for her and having a little bit of time for myself. Sometimes I spend it doing my makeup or reading or sometimes watching videos. But today I thought I would do kind of a vlog style video. I'm sorry if the lighting isn't good. It's kind of changing a little bit. But a few of you had asked would I talk a little bit about what the changes I'm making in my diet and exercise routine, and so I thought I might just talk about that now because I have about 10 minutes before she comes out. Just very basically, I used to be very fit. I used to be extremely, when I was a lot younger, I was extremely thin naturally, didn't even have to think about it. And obviously as I got older and I had children, things changed, and I went to Weight Watchers a couple of times after one or two of my pregnancies and it worked very well for me. But you know, life goes on and sometimes good habits slip, which is exactly what happened to me, and I sort of got out of the habit of walking and exercising regularly. I used to work out to home DVDs. Davina McCall was one of my favourites, and I just got out of the habit basically. So I have a wedding coming up at the end of October. I'm actually melting here, it's so warm in the car. I have a wedding coming up at the end of October and I just wanted to be able to buy something really nice and not have to put something on and start thinking, oh, I look fat in this, or my backside looks big in this, or my tummy, or whatever. Now, I'm not doing anything radical at all. What I'm doing is I'm eating really healthily and I'm cutting out the rubbish. I have a dreadful sweet tooth. I mean, really dreadful sweet tooth. And I would quite happily sit and munch on a bar of chocolate. Chocolate is my downfall. A lot of other things I can kind of take or leave, but chocolate, I would have been a daily consumer of chocolate. So that's not good for me. So I've just cut it down to the bare minimum, because I think if I cut it out completely I'm going to really crave it. So what I've been doing is having a very healthy breakfast, which I've always done. I've always eaten porridge or oatmeal, and I mix in with that. When it's cooked, I mix in ground linseed and I put berries on top, and that's usually what I have before I leave the house to bring my kids to school. And I used to come back from the school run and sit down and have a cup of tea and maybe a slice of toast, maybe 2 slices of toast. But you see, I was justifying that because I'm wheat intolerant. It's not an allergy. I'm not celiac. I can eat gluten, but I can't eat wheat. My system just doesn't like it, and it makes me quite unwell very quickly. It's like my body says, oh, there's a foreign substance here and we have to get rid of it. So I can't eat wheat. And funnily enough, my daughter is the same. Itchy nose, excuse me, and my niece is the same, and I think my mum was as well. But anyway, so the bread slices that you get in the packets of wheat-free bread, they're tiny, so I would justify having a couple of those. So I've stopped doing that and I have my bananas instead, or an orange or something like that. Lunchtimes I tend to eat either a big salad with as many different veg in it as I can, and I'll have a bit of protein with that, with maybe a hard boil an egg and mash that in, or a small amount of grated cheese or some ham or whatever. I might have leftover chicken or some leftover salmon, that sort of thing. So then for dinner I have what we're having for dinner. I just have a smaller portion. I cook everything. I've always done this. I always cook from scratch. The only thing I buy that's sort of pre-made are oven chips. That's the only thing, and maybe some baked beans. So but everything else is cooked from scratch, and that's always the way I've done it. So I can control the salt, the fat content, all of that. And my exercise routine, I won't call it an exercise routine. I've just started being a little bit healthier. I'm walking my dog now. My dog has always walked, don't worry. The dog has walked every single day. I just may not be the one to walk her. But I started walking her during the week when the kids are at school, and then maybe at the weekends I don't walk her. If one of the others, it just depends, routines change at the weekend. But I've been going on a nice fast walk and a longer walk with her, and in fact she needed to lose a little bit of weight as well, so hopefully she's benefiting from it. And when I'd come back, I would do a small light workout, because as I say, I've lost my fitness level, so I have to build them up gradually. And I follow her on YouTube. Oh, and now the name evades me. It's Lucy Wyndham. It's a hyphenated name. I'll list it below. And she does workouts and for beginners. They're just very, varied workouts, and you can target certain areas of your body. Tummy, abs, backside, arms, you name it. Sorry, the light is changing. So I've been doing that. There's some very, very gentle workouts for beginners, and they burn calories. They're kind of like, I think she calls them HIIT workouts. So that, I don't even know if I'm looking in the right place. No, I'm not. I'm looking at the wrong place. So anyway, I have my coffee here as well. I always bring this with me, and I have like 6 minutes. I love this because it says 2-cup Tuesday, and I take it with me anytime I'm in the car. So that's what I've been doing exercise wise, and I haven't even been regular about doing it every day. I have missed days, and weekends are harder because they just, routines change. So they've been changing my diet just slightly, taking out the rubbish and eating more fruit and veg. So I'm not radically cutting calories. I'm more conscious. I will think before I put something into my mouth. I was terrible for doing that. I would just nibble on things and not consider how much this is actually going to put on me weight wise. So I have lost about 3 pounds in the space of about 10 days. So that's a very healthy weight loss. It's not an extreme weight loss. And don't worry, I have my eldest daughter is a dietitian, so she will always tell me, don't go for fad diets, don't go for cutting out food groups, you just eat healthily, cut down on the sugar intake, and concentrate more on your vegetables. I have a phrase, and the children always laugh at me, that if I do want to be more healthy, I'll say I'm going to eat lots of soups and salads, and they tease me about that, but that's exactly what I've been doing. And doing that, you're getting your fiber, you're getting your vitamins, you're getting your microvitamins, your minerals, everything. And I've really been enjoying it. And when I make up a big bowl of salad and I chop it up and I will add in mayonnaise because it gives it flavour, only a small amount, and then the cheese, if I'm having it, or the egg, or whatever is the protein, just gives it that bit more flavour. And I'll have some rice, maybe a couple of rice cakes as well. So I'm sorry if I'm not looking in the viewfinder properly. I'm just getting used to doing this. So yeah, they're the main changes, and I will, as time goes by, the wedding is at the end of October, so I suppose my aim is that by Christmas I'm going to be able to buy myself a nice Christmas dress, that I'll have toned up my tummy. I have had 6 children, so I'm never going to be the tiny size that I was before. I'm 5'6". I won't tell you what I used to weigh before I had children, but it was very, 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 very light. But that was a natural, that was just very natural for me. I didn't even have to think about it. So I have to remind myself that that's the size I was as a very young woman, and that now I'm not such a very young woman, and I'm not going to weigh that anymore. And my shape has completely changed as well. And I have to bear in mind that my shape has changed because I have 6 beautiful children, and they're the marks of life. I have stretch marks, I have cellulite, but they're normal things, and I think, we should be proud of them because they're the marks of life. And if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have my children. So I'm kind of proud of them in a way. But I would like to tone up and be just feel a little more healthy and have more energy, because I do have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, and they're quite energetic. I have older children as well, obviously, but they don't tend to want to do as many things with their mom as the younger ones. So yeah, so I just thought I would pop on and just have a little chat about that. And as I progress with my diet and fitness, I'll update you just with what's working. Another thing I found, because I have a very sweet tooth, I have found that if I'm really craving something sweet, I'll eat dried dates. Now I know they're quite high in calories, but they're very high in fibre and B vitamins. So I won't eat a lot of them. I'll eat one or two and eat them slowly. So I am being more kind of mindful about what I'm eating and how I'm eating. And that has really helped me. And as I'm thinking before I put something into my mouth, so which I wasn't doing before. And in the evening times, I sit down with my daughter, she's 18. I have 2 minutes left. She's 18 and she's doing her final exams in June. And this is her final year in school, in secondary school in Ireland or high school in the States. So she's doing her exams, and they're big exams because they will determine what university she goes to and what course she gets. So we sit down in the evening. She studies a lot, and when we sit down in the evening we watch the Gilmore Girls. So we might do a frothy hot chocolate with skimmed milk, and she likes her marshmallows, and I might have a small one. And if I buy, say, tiny little chocolate bars, I might have one and I'll give her two or something, but she's very slim anyway, she does ballet. So that's basically it. We're going this afternoon to my brother-in-law's because my husband's niece is going to her Debs, and in Ireland, you know, that's the Debs ball. It's a big thing. In America it's the prom, so we're going over to see her going off, so I'm looking forward to that. So let me know if you like these vlog type videos, because I was thinking I might do some more, and I am getting a new phone very soon, so it might be easier to do it. This phone isn't great, but anyway. That's life, isn't it? So I hope you're having a lovely Saturday wherever you are, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up, or if there's anything you want me to talk about, any topics you want me to talk about, just let me know in the comments below. And if you've liked this, maybe you will subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it. So thank you very much for watching today, and have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.